Okay, here I am at Beverly Triton Park on the Chesapeake Bay in Beverly Beach, Maryland. Just an outdoor Saturday afternoon. A week ago I was at the rally for Stop the Steal and to film it and so forth. Not necessarily support it. Some people were critical of me of taking even the risk of going there, the crowds and everything. And yeah, I'm working on probably getting a home test kit, so that's really the way I want to handle getting tested. But still fine a week later. I think everything's okay. But as time goes by, you don't know that it could happen to you at my age. You could, maybe I'm immune or have become immune through exposure, or maybe I'm very vulnerable. We just don't know. But you could, like, you could wind up suddenly in the ICU and be triaged, and I don't want to be melodramatic, but I doubt that, some treatments could be offered, antibodies or something, monoclonal antibodies, but I doubt that I would ever be put in a medically induced coma or anything like that. So an end could be sudden and it could be quick with very little public notice, no funeral. It could be over, and that could be because of an external enemy did. I mean, a lot of our lives are about whether we handle things well that have become our job to do, whether we do well. We've gotten used to separating our jobs and our expressive life from our personal lives more than previous generations did, Sigma males, that kind of thing. And sometimes taking advantage of privilege I didn't earn. Sometimes there are unusual circumstances where you're expected to step up and maybe return some of that privilege. I haven't always done that. And so, yeah, an end could be sudden, and it could be very low-key and could very easily be forgotten. I mean, I realize that. I mean, it could be, and it can be how you respond to unusual things. A lot of the public doesn't understand, the sudden moral demands on them not to be in a position to give the disease to others. This is just something no one's ever faced before in 100 years. A lot of people don't really understand. There's kind of a parallel to the 1960s with the military draft as far as morality when we had student deferments. I think there's an interesting parallel you could explore. Whether you deal with things that are forced, sometimes almost forced on you sometimes by enemies or by unusual natural circumstances. A lot of times it's enemies. The Chinese can make a lot of how they seem to have recovered from this. Not sure they really have. They may not be honest. And use this to attack American individualism and show that Americans and people in the West don't have the self-discipline to join up and show solidarity with others when they have to. So those are the thoughts for today. And anyway, this is Triton Beach.